Hey, what's happening, Gothamites? I'm K-Wing, and this is your Bat News for January 21st, 2019. And wow, do we have a lot to cover. So make sure you guys smash that like button, because Batman Beyond movie's being proposed starring Michael Keaton? Say what? But more on that after your promised comic news from last week. So here's what happened in the world of Batman comics last week and this. Anyway, those of you that actually still read Bat Comics or Rick Grayson, I don't know why I put myself through this, but I'm torturing myself to read these books. Last week, Alfred was working on Joker's heart after the Clown Prince of Crime shot himself to turn our Batman into the Man Who Laughs 2.0, so that our Batman could defeat the evil Batman. That's some strange logic. During this time, Batman has lost some big Bat allies, like his surrogate mother, Leslie Tompkins, and now Henry Ducard has bit the dust, one of Batman's trainers during the Bronze Age, or the 70s and 80s of the DC Universe, which I guess is canon again? Moving on to Batman number 63, which comes out Wednesday, and will have Batman teamed up with a non-magical John Constantine? What? Helping Batman out in a dream world or something like that, where the Bat is married to Catwoman, and she didn't leave him at the Bat altar, or the rooftop, from that one issue. So they didn't get married, as you know from last year, but more or less for the past 6 months or so, we get even more depressed, broken Batman lamenting on what could have been almost every issue. It's kind of like reading a Batwoman book now, with her moping about her latest breakup or the girl she cheated on and how she feels bad about it. We get it! It's lame! Move on! Same thing now with our Dark Knight, left at the altar. It's just getting really old that he's just fixating on it every issue. He needs to either 1, get with Talia because she's hot, 2, marry Catwoman like the readers wanted in the first place, or 3, end up with Wonder Woman. Fight me. Time for your promised movie news, and this is a big one. Kevin Smith wants to do a Batman Beyond movie with Michael Keaton in the starring role, because he says it'll probably make $1 billion. So right now, everybody thinks a DC movie can make $1 billion, but I believe they're, not factoring the whole sci-fi, water, Lord of the Rings aspect of Aquaman, and thinking just because, hey, it's a DC film now, we can make $1 billion too. No. Interestingly enough, this year actually marks the 20th anniversary of Batman Beyond. Anyway, Kevin Smith thinks because it's been 30 years since the 89 Batman film, which, yes, the 89 Batman film is turning 30 this year, so his reasoning is that a lot of audiences would eat up seeing the return of Keaton as an older retired Bruce Wayne training the next generation of the Batman, Terry McGinnis, citing the success of the recent animated film Into the Spider-Verse for his inspiration of successfully showing different Spider-Men working with Peter Parker. I myself would love to see Keaton return as an older, mentor-y Batman. Is mentor-y a word? I'm just going with it. Training a teenage superhero to take over as Gotham's new hero. Also bringing back the old Burton universe into canon with a sci-fi spin. Oh man, I would eat that movie up, and I'm sure millions of moviegoers would too. And remember, Keaton never said he wouldn't do another Batman film again. He just doesn't like the costume, but he has a couple conditions that he's made pretty clear over the years. Mainly, it has to be a good script, Batman Forever sucked, and 2, Burton has to be involved in some capacity. That's it. If these 2 requirements are met, then Keaton would return as our Batman, because he does love the character and still sees himself as Batman even now, which he brings up at a lot of movies he works on, and people, realize, hey, I'm working with Batman, this is kind of cool. The question is, will Warner Brothers go for this idea? And I think, maybe. Right now, they have no idea what they're doing with their Batman films, and this just happened at the recording of this video, but they have announced that the Batman, the Affleck movie, now has no name, which is causing everybody to freak out because they were supposed to do some stuff this fall, and now they can't even come up with a name for the movie, and the script is in trouble. The question is, will Warner Brothers go for this idea? Now, this was all discussed on Kevin's Fat Man on Batman podcast, and he is open to the idea of directing, but he hasn't signed off on anything. This is just a random idea he had when they were talking about Batman Beyond, and I think it's kind of cool. Right now, this is a huge story on the internet, and Keaton's a leading actor again, so it makes a lot of sense to bring up his name instead of like George Clooney or somebody else. I think now is the time for Warner Brothers to jump on this and have Batman soar into theaters in the Batman Beyond universe in the next few years. Now I want to hear from all of you guys. Would you like to see a Batman Beyond movie with Keaton in the leading role again? As an older Bruce Wayne training Terry McGinnis? I would! Let me know in the comments section below if you would too, or if you think this is a stupid idea. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch another Bat News. We will reconvene on Wednesday because there's sure to be more Bat stuff happening all this week, as it's just like going bat crazy because, as you know, we are gearing up for Batman's 80th anniversary this May, so there's a lot of cool stuff that's going to be happening. We'll also be talking about the upcoming Young Justice episode Wednesday and Thursday as well, since the mid-season finale is coming up. But more on that later. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you with more Bat News in the future. See ya!